right, coming up next, New York filmmaker Joe Gwalis is here to talk about his new film, Breaking Point. He also has the actor, the star of the film. We're going to meet them both when we return. So an everyday man lives by the cardinal rule. Do everything you're told and the American dream will be yours. But what happens when things don't turn out that way? That is the subject of Breaking Point, the new film from writer-director Joe Gwalis. He is here with actor James K. Fuller, who stars in the film, as well as producer Chris Victor. Good morning to all of you. Like that.
Good morning, Tuan.
I'm smiling just to let everybody know this is one of my best friends. Every 2 weeks we get together for dinner and drinks. We'll concentrate more on the dinner. We won't tell you about the drinks, but nonetheless, you tell us about the film. Give me the inspiration for it.
We're very excited about this movie, The Breaking Point. It's a great film. It's about the American dream gone wrong. I mean, in today's turmoil and how the world is viewed right now, how the American dream is looked at right now, we really wanted to tell a film about what happens to an everyday man when he follows all the rules. You think things should work out. You should get the wife, you should get the car, you should get the nice house, you should get the dream, you should have the job, and life should be great. White picket fence, right?
Right.
But you're not always guaranteed the good ending in the end. And what happens? So many people are lost from their divorces and losing their wife and losing their home. And we show what the evolution of the human mind, a everyday man and the breakdown of his psyche. My first film, Around Every Corner, was about a drug addict. So this film, we wanted to focus on a very relatable character. I try to make films that are about human beings and the dramas that concentrate around characters that are real. And we wanted to be so relatable. We picked an everyday man played by Jim, a 52-year-old man that could be an everyday man, works a regular job, does not stand out from the crowd. And what happens when the rug is pulled out from under him? Where does life go?
Jim, was it tough to find this character, and could you relate to it in your own personal life, or just...
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody could relate to it because it is the average guy, and, you know, put in those circumstances, how would you react to it? Joe and I did a lot of prep work to be, you know, prepared for it, but, you know, the mental state of that is pretty scary when you get down to it. You know, what would happen if all that happened to you?
So was there one particular scene that may have been tough? I know Around Every Corner, I know what he went through to prepare for that, you know, but was there like a highlight in this film, you know, once everyone sees it, you look back now, it's like, wow, that was really tough for me to have to act and to try to find the emotion, you know, that...
I reach the full range of emotion in it, and I'm very, very proud of that. And it was, as an actor, a joy to be able to, you know, achieve all of that.
One of the things that from knowing this guy, we also have a friend, Jason Lopez, who was in this film, PTSD, and he talked about how he had to disconnect because he got so into it, you know. If you're playing a guy whose whole world is flipped upside down, did you have to take some time after the filming wrapped to, like, get back to James K. Fuller?
Yeah, a little bit. What I did find, though, while we were filming is I had to make sure that I was staying in my own head and disconnected from talking with people and you know, socializing when I really needed to stay in the moment.
Okay. Chris,
hey,
so they brought you on as a producer.
Yes.
This guy comes to you and said, hey, I got this thing. You know, was it an easy sell for you to join the team and to making Breaking Point come around?
It was very easy because I actually worked with Joe on Around Every Corner as well.
Okay.
And so I knew his work. I know his attention to detail, his integrity as a person, you know, and his work ethic. Just, he's a non-stop working machine. So I know that me backing up someone like that that's all I need. It's just someone that's got that committed.
So what was the inspiration, Joe?
When you look around you, you see so many people that never reach for a goal. You follow, because, you know, you're taught as a child, just, you know, blend in, follow the rules, don't stand out from the crowd, don't even focus on what makes you important or special. And I see so many people that live that way, and it's a shame because there's people out there that have talents and could really make something special happen with their lives. I'm saying living a normal life, nothing wrong with that, but when you just trudge through and you think things are going to succeed on the other side, what happens when they don't? And it's a very realistic story. There's many people when they come to that middle age in their life, and all of a sudden things like, you know, the job, all of a sudden now their salary is too high. They're not valuable anymore. There's a scene in the movie where Jim's character is getting fired from his job, and the younger protege of his is firing him, and at the same time he's bringing in two young people to replace Jim. But in the circle of the business world, now that guy has to look out for those 2 young people coming in because it's going to happen to him again.
Right.
It's cyclical in nature. Everything repeats itself. And it's a shame that it works that way. I don't think it should. People are not commodities. They're not tools. You can't just use people and disregard them. And I wanted to make really make people think about that, where it's like it doesn't matter what your goals are in life, but try to achieve them and reach for something. Don't just blend in because people told you to. Because if you don't try to achieve something, you're just going to get kind of blended into the crowd. When Jim left in the film, nobody cared because he never stood out. Well, Jim's gone now. Okay, I mean, was he even ever there?
Okay.
You know, and I really don't think that's the way to live life. I think life has so much beauty out there. There's so much that people want to accomplish and to really share their message. And everybody, you know, as you talk to people, so many people have a message to give. And if you're not willing to get your voice heard, and at least just speak up for yourself and say, you know, I have something to say or I have something special to give, we're missing out on something special. I think the world is, because there's so many great people out there.
It premieres April the 28th.
Yes, it premieres April the 28th. It is actually available now for pre-order on iTunes.
Okay.
And it will be coming out May 12th. You can actually buy the film, and you can start pre-ordering it right now, actually, on iTunes, and will be out on Amazon, Vudu, Google Play, Dish Network, among many other networks. So, but the theatrical premiere is April 28th.
Did you create a Facebook page for it and everything?
We do. The Facebook page is What's Your Breaking Point? And the hashtag we're using is What's Your Breaking Point? We want people to share their breaking points. We have a nice campaign going right now. We have one yesterday that came for tax day, and Jim is there smashing his computer. We have a lot more coming. We want the audience to get involved with what we're doing. We want you guys to really engage. Send us your breaking points and use that hashtag, What's Your Breaking Point? Hashtag that and put your own little thing in there and show us your video, show us your memes, and create something. Get involved, because we all have one.
Yes.
And so we're really excited about that. And the website is www.what'syourBreakingPoint.com.
Real quickly before we go, Jim, what's next for you? You got any other roles that you can talk or tease about or just give a shout to really quickly?
Nope, just we're just all focused on this. We want to make this the best movie we can.
All right. You still on board with this guy?
Oh,
this next
I'm
project?
on board. We have a project that someone took us on board. It's a TV series, and that's shooting in June, and we may do something in May before that. It's a feature film.
All right. And did we decide Friday? When's dinner? When we doing?
I think we got. I would say as soon as possible.
Okay,
we got
I had stuff going on Saturday.
That's
so.
right. Yeah. So Friday we'll hang out and talk to Breaking Point for dinner.
That's right.
My man. All right, everybody. To learn more about today's topics, you go to our website. You know it, fox5ny.com. You can also like us on Facebook as well as follow us on Twitter. Go and see the film. It premieres April 28th. He already says it's out there for you to get now through other sources. For all of us here at Fox 5, I'm Antoine Lewis. We'll see you next time for more Street Talk. And as always, thanks for the company.